At any given moment, World Central Kitchen is hard at work somewhere across the globe, feeding victims of natural disasters or refugees fleeing war zones. 200 million meals in the last 12 years. We sat down with the man behind this mission, Chef Jose Andres, just moments before he took off for Florida to help communities hit hard by Hurricane Ian. We started by talking about his strategy, how he deals with the chaos on the ground.
We always preposition. We have to preposition. People in need, food and water, the urgency of now is yesterday. And the more we can do before, the fastest our response is the least we can do for the people. So we have food trucks. We have a helicopter, if we can use it to reach communities that will be hard to get. We have an amphibious vehicle in position in case in certain communities, the only way to access to them will be through this kind of a specialized vehicle. But at the end, it's very simple. Big problems have very simple solutions. We only do food, we do water. Right now, it's very much a boiling alert in many parts in the western part of Florida. So yes, we have a lot of water preposition. Like FEMA has done a very good job also prepositioning water, etc. Again, you have to prepare for what is to come, because sometimes you may be surrounded by water in the place you are. If you don't have the food, if you don't have the water, all of a sudden you are there, but you cannot do anything. So we always are thinking ahead, and that's what the team of World Central Kitchen is doing right now.
Given this disaster right now, yes, it's been in the Caribbean, but right now it's in Florida, not Haiti, not Pakistan. Is it easier to get food to people or not necessarily?
Well, it's always food somewhere, and obviously the people that we will have more difficulty reaching are those people that were in the coastlines, where right now, as we see, is a lot of flooding, and those are the people almost impossible to reach. But who we can reach are people that are in shelters. But sometimes it's shelters that they are surrounded by water. We saw it in Wilmington, that we had to be accessing through amphibious vehicles and through boats, because it was the only way to get to those places. You see, people forget that water and food is something like, it seems is an afterthought in emergencies. And what we are making sure is that what happened in Katrina at the Superdome, that we had thousands of Americans 4 days without food and water, is something will never happen again. That's why being ready and never planning, but adapting is what makes you win the day.
Ron Howard did a documentary about you and World Central Kitchen, which had a really good title, We Feed People. Let's take a look at you and your operation in action.
I don't want more of the pie. I'm tired of the pie, okay? I want the pie at least. Somebody has to catch it. Cannot be always me. I'm tired of being the bad guy.
Sometimes owning a restaurant feels like organized chaos, because even when you have the menu prepared and everything is ready and the stations are ready, many things happen. Chaos happens.
They're filling boxes, filling boxes.
Do you think chefs are uniquely qualified to deal with this adaptability, with, as you put it, chaos?
Well, I want to make sure that the organization is not only chefs, but obviously, remember, I say that World Central Kitchen is the biggest organization in the world, in the history of mankind. Why? Because every restaurant around the world is part of World Central Kitchen. Every warehouse with food is part of World Central Kitchen. Every cook, every volunteer, every driver is part of World Central Kitchen. What happens is they don't know it yet. But that's why, for me, all the infrastructure, everywhere we go, in a way, is part of World Central Kitchen. What we do is, okay, how can we use this to feed people? How can we use these people, this group of volunteers to feed people? We always have infrastructure in place. Even I say software is more important than hardware. With software, it's ideas and heart. You show up, you just look around, and all of a sudden the solution is always in front of you.
Now, you don't just deal with natural disasters. You were in Ukraine how soon after the Russians invaded?
World Central Kitchen was in Poland, in Przemyśl, 12 hours right after the invasion began. I was in Miami. I was able to land there 24, 36 hours right after. Within days, we were inside Ukraine. More than 165, 67 million meals. We reached at one moment 2 million meals a day. 500,000 in the form of hot meals done by 550 restaurants, and the rest by bags of food that we were doing across 40 warehouses across Ukraine, buying local products, and having local Ukrainians producing these bags that we were delivering to communities without supermarkets, without infrastructure, communities that were just saved by the Ukrainian military, pushing out the Russian troops with no infrastructure. What we do is trying to cross the gap between the chaos they are and until the supermarkets open again, they go back to their normal lives.
But I don't have to tell you this, wars are different than hurricanes. In April, Russian missiles hit, and we have a picture of it up here, your kitchen in Kharkiv and wounded 4 of your World Central Kitchen workers. In June, a missile blew up one of your food trains in eastern Ukraine. As somebody who has spent a lot of time, and I know you have, on the ground across Ukraine, don't you worry about your safety and the safety of your team?
It's very hard to think about your safety when you see so many other elderly women, even children, that they are every day waking up to do something for others. In Ukraine, obviously, a small team of World Central Kitchen went in, only volunteers, but the team was doing an amazing job in Poland. Remember, we were in 6 countries within few days surrounding Ukraine, providing food 24 hours a day to all the people that were becoming refugees, especially women and children.
But Jose, when you hear the alarms and you hear, the air raid sirens, I mean, aren't you just on a human level, aren't you scared?
And actually, only a few weeks ago, that's one of the reasons I went back south near Kharkiv, in a little town called Chuihiv. A missile hit a community center where many people were sleeping. 2 of them were World Central Kitchen volunteers, and they perished on that missile. That's why everybody needs to remember that what Russia is doing, really, it's they're killing children, they're killing women, they're killing humanitarian workers that they have nothing to do with war.
So last Sunday, I mean, this is how crazy your life is right now. Last Sunday, you're in Puerto Rico delivering food and hot meals and water to a town that had been hit by another hurricane before Ian, Hurricane Fiona, and this town, the bridge had been washed away by the rains and the flooding. Let's take a look at you.
Water level is going to raise again, so we're going to have to deliver this quick and move out in case more water comes down the river. And that's what it takes. It takes a community, my friends.
You go out in the field. You're not sitting back at headquarters giving orders, are you?
The most important in our case is not cooking itself, which sometimes can be difficult. The most important thing is the distribution, is getting to the people. And
Right.
what happens, something amazing happens. In real time, you learn the situation. If you are in the headquarters, yeah, you may be watching the TV, a reporter, but nothing like to feel what people are going through.